Good afternoon. This is Adina of All Things Spicy with Conjured Vapors Peppers, and I'm here to do a pepper review. Well, an unboxing and most likely a pepper review, but I don't know what's in the box. I got a box from Clayton Hollingsworth. Clayton, thank you very much. Let's break into this thing and see what's in it. I'm assuming it's peppers, but who knows? I mean, Clayton's a grower. He's an amazing grower. He's great at what he does, and he likes blessing people. So let's see what we got here. So, pod list. Says Mr. Dean, enjoy my brother. May God shine his face upon you and your family. Jesus is Lord. John 3:16 through 18. Ooh. That's a pretty box of pods. Thank you, Clayton. I am going to pick right off the top, and we are going to see what I'm going to put in my mouth. Oh, it looks like there's some seeds in here, too. Wow. Clayton, you're phenomenal. You truly are an amazing human being. There's even some ginger mints. Clayton, thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. So this is a Mortalli Fatalli. This is what I'm going to do right now. I'm not even picking through. I'm just going to go with what's on top. This is a Zing. This is a Death Spiral Red. That one's not labeled, so it might say on the back. The label might have fallen off, so we're not going to go with that one. But we will go with, for pod number 4, we'll go with an orange Jigsaw. Jigsaws are hot. All right, here we go. Again, Clayton, thank you so very much. Thank you for the blessing. You are one phenomenal human being. And for everybody watching, again, this is a Mortalli Fatalli. You know what? Give a good view. Mortalli Fatalli. Let's cut her open with my handy dandy knife. See what she looks like on the inside. Fairly thin walled pepper. Quite a bit of placenta. Smells slightly citrusy. Mortalli Fatalli. Let's get into it and see what she tastes like. Definite citrus notes. Not very sweet, quite citrusy. So usually when I say citrusy, I don't mean lemony. This one tastes somewhat lemony. Never heard of Mortalli Fatalli, but it's a tasty pod. I was just speaking with a friend in the pepper community, and we were talking about barbecuing, and he was talking about some pork loin being barbecued tonight for dinner. This pod, the Mortalli Fatalli, would be phenomenal with a barbecued pork loin. The heat level, it's still climbing. I'm thinking maybe 900,000, 800,000, 8 to 900,000 on a Scoville scale. Unless he keeps going up. I don't think it's going to be a million. The burn is focused on the front of my tongue. None of my throat at all. None on the back of my tongue. None on the roof of my mouth. I'm not even going to say 900,000. I'm going to say 700,000 to 800,000 on the Scoville scale. Yeah, the heat is peaked. The burn is mostly on my lips now, not on my tongue. It's moving down fairly quickly. So yeah, really tasty pod. Not very hot. For someone who's not a pepper connoisseur, so somebody who likes habaneros, you can handle at least a quarter of this pod. Um, Again, I would, work on the tip instead of the stem end. When you're eating into the stem end, you're getting more into the placenta or the pith, and that's where the heat is going to really, really kick in. So whenever you're trying something for the first time or when you're new at it, try from the tip up. If you can handle the tip, then go a little farther in. If you can handle that, go a little farther in. And continuously eat up the pepper instead of down the pepper. You don't want to just bite the whole thing until you know that you can handle it, right? If you have a massively high tolerance, then you just pop peppers in your mouth and see what they do to you. But sometimes you'll regret that. You might end up with hours and hours of capsaicin cramps. It's if you've never had super hot peppers, you absolutely want to make sure you have something in your stomach. More often than not, you want something that's um, either starchy or some type of um, rice, bread, bagel, usually starchy foods, and some butter or peanut butter will usually help coat the belly, and it helps relieve or lessen the ability for your stomach to hurt for hours upon hours. Doesn't mean it's always going to happen, but this is a red death spiral. We're going to cut this one open and see what she looks like on the inside using that. So, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody has had some fun with friends, family. If you're at work today, I hope you had a productive day inside of the death spiral. Smells like pure Chinense death. I mean, that's why it's called death spiral, right? Get into it and see what she tastes like. Mmm. So at the outset, very, very sweet. Hold on, starting to hit my throat a little bit. At the outset, very sweet, very fruity. Oh, no floral notes at all whatsoever. Move into a slight bitterness just after the sweetness kicks in. The juices hit my throat immediately, but it's not attacking my throat. So, waiting for the heat level to tell you where it's at. Um, this being a red pod, usually I like red pods with red meat or something denser. Um, this one had sweet and fruity notes. So I think this pepper would be really good with burgers or brats. I know brats aren't really red meat, depending on the kind of bratwurst you get, but the heat still climbing. The burn is most of my tongue, roof of my mouth. It is starting to hit the back of my throat a little bit. It is going to be at least a million. I'm thinking 1.2 million maybe, but it may not be done climbing. If I remember, I grew death spirals 3 years ago, and I remember them being a lot hotter than this. Maybe it's my tolerance, but again, it is a whole mouth burn. It's still climbing. I don't remember the burn being this slow. The climb of the heat. Again, full mouth. I think it's peaking now. We'll see. It is getting my nose a little runny. See? Good pepper. On the aftertaste, I can taste a little fruitiness again. It did not stay bitter. The burn is lingering. It's not climbing anymore, but it is lingering. I'm going to say 1.2 million Scoville scale. Again, my personal Scoville scale, not what is on the web. This is just what I'm feeling, what I think it is. Anyway, um, my eyes are starting to get a little watery. I don't think a tear is going to fall from this one. It is going back down. We're going to get into this thing. I almost dropped it. Don't want to do that. Cut her open with my HD knife. See what she looks like on the inside. My high def knife. Handy dandy. Why do I always smell the blade? Makes no sense. Oh, that's a pretty pepper. That's a very evenly distributed. Yeah, I like that. Smells fruity. Zing. See what she tastes like. Hmm. So that's an interesting flavor pepper. It starts out fruity, Not very sweet at all, hardly any sweetness. Matter of fact, I don't even know that I really truly detected anything sweet. It seems more like that fruity turned to a savory flavor. Not sure where the heat is. So far, it doesn't seem like it's as hot as the previous pepper. But that could be a false feeling. We'll see if it's climbing any higher. This pepper seems like it'd be really good with stew, like a beef stew. Especially if you have a lot of potato in it. Anything potato heavy, shepherd's pie, something with beef and potato in it. Yes, really good pepper for that. I think the heat is peaking now. I'm going to say 1 to 1.1 million. My nose is still going. It hasn't stopped, so I would say at least 1. I think 1.1. It's not as hot as the previous pepper. So we will hop right into pepper number 4, which is the orange jigsaw. Jigsaws are usually a blazingly hot pepper, but let's see what she looks like. Inside of the orange jigsaw, really pretty, very light in color. I do tend to really enjoy orange pods. Extremely juicy. Hottest pot of the 4, as I thought it would be. I'm definitely going to have a tear, 1 or 2 tears fall from this one. There goes my first tear right there. 1.4 million at the base, perhaps higher. I can definitely feel it right here in my esophagus. Lower esophagus, not up in here. Whole mouth burn. Excuse me. Like I said, the esophagus. Definitely a good pepper. Slight fruity notes. A little bit of sweetness on the outset. Moving to a purely Jeanette's pepper flavor after that. No floral notes that I can sense. Maybe a slight bitterness. 1 on a scale of 10. Hot. Definitely a hot pod. 1.4, maybe higher, but I don't think so. I think it's right around 1.4 million. This one will definitely sit heavy on the belly. Hasn't yet, but it will. So, told you all that I'm going to be showcasing certain pepper reviewers. And currently I'm in a group of pepper reviewers who are quite experienced in what they're doing or have a very high tolerance. So this person is Stephen the Hot Sauce Guy Edwards. Stephen the Hot Sauce Guy Edwards. I will link him in the description down below, as I will the information for Clayton Hollingsworth. If you want some peppers, please contact Clayton Hollingsworth. I don't know how much longer his season's going to run, but he obviously does still have some peppers, at least as of when he shipped these pods out. So Stephen, he's a great reviewer, competitive eater. He has a really good sense of what a pepper is going to do to him before he consumes it. And he comes across in his videos as quite genuine. He does not seem to beat around the bush. He does not seem to over show or over enhance what he's feeling. Excuse me, there's somebody outside doing some yard work, so I'm hoping it's not too loud. Please go check out Stephen the Hot Sauce Guy Edwards. Give him a like, give him a subscribe. He's got a good channel. Yeah, anyway, so that is today's reviews. That is pods from Clayton Hollingsworth. Please send him an email if you want some pods. Again, I'm not sure what he has left for the rest of the season. The season is starting to wind down quite a bit. This is the Dean of All Things Spicy with Conjured Vapors Peppers. Have a beautiful night. I'm out.